Joining us now, Congressman Drew Ferguson, Republican from Georgia and a member of the House Budget Committee. Sir, let's get big picture here. I smell a deal eventually. The Democrats get DACA and you get to build the wall. Would you object?
Well, I'll tell you this. Our primary responsibility has got to be passing the conservative budget that we have gotten out of committee.
Sir, you don't have the votes. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, sir, but you don't have the votes.
Well, let me say this. I do think we have the votes if we put the bill on the floor. I think it's incumbent upon leadership to do this, and I do think, quite candidly, that those that are on the far right in our party and the far left are going to have to explain to their constituents why they're not willing to vote for the mechanism that gets us the most conservative deal on tax reform.
Are you okay with a watered-down tax deal to get something done? Are you okay with dealing with Democrats to bring some of them on board to get a watered-down tax deal?
Stuart, we're going to continue to fight for the most conservative deal that we can get, I do think that we can get there. I think that our party can come together. I think that it will come together, and the president is obviously willing to work with whoever is going to cut the deal. I think it's incumbent upon us sure that we have the most conservative deal possible that has the lowest rates and puts this economy on a trajectory up so that we can deal with many of the deficit issues that we've got to deal with. I think we can get it done, and we're going to get it done.
That you have to go to the president, both the House and the Senate, with a deal which will get at least 50 votes in the Senate and 218 votes in the House. And I don't think you can do it.
Well, I'm not willing to give up on that. I think it's important. I think it's important to the future of this nation and to the conservative movement to keep pushing. I think we can get there. I believe that we will get there, and I believe that those that are in our party on the House, as I said before, those that are particularly on the far right and the moderates are going to have to come together, and they're going to have to come to the middle in our own party and support this budget. The budget is a good budget. It's a conservative product, and it is the mechanism that we can use to get tax reform done. I'd much rather fight for 51 votes in the Senate than I had 60.
There is, look, what happened with Obamacare? You couldn't come together. The GOP could not act as a governing party, and we end up with nothing. If you do the same on taxes, we end up with a Democrat plan. We all end up paying more. That's the threat that's hanging over the GOP at the moment, isn't it?
And Stuart, you're exactly right, and that is why we cannot give up on this fight. Is I am not interested in having a tax plan written by Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi. I am about having a tax plan that I know is right for America and puts America first on the global stage in terms of economic development, and I believe we can get there.
Okay, sir, you are backing up our own Liz McDonald, who just called me a defeatist here. I take it in good spirit. Sir, Congressman, look, thanks very much for being with us, sir. This is a big day, very important issue. We appreciate your input. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.